Hi, I'm Kenneth, and this is Common Hawthorne. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Today I'm just going to briefly show a number of decks that I happened to receive in June mostly, one earlier, two I just got today, but there's a definite trend in them, which is interesting because I don't actually read pip cards very well, but I've bought a couple of Marseille or Marseille inspired decks, a couple of pip decks. Anyway, it'll be an interesting assortment. First up is the Alchemical Tarot Renewed, which comes in a nice little fabric covered box that's very tight. It's already took out the cards so that I could show you a few. It's the Empress. There's the back. Having trouble focusing. Two of Pentacles. Sun. The Three of Vessels. The Emperor. The Devil, High Priestess. It's very much like European idealized classical bodies, all white, and there are two versions of the Lover's card, each of them problematic for different reasons. One is more problematic than the other. But I'm interested in getting to know some of the arcane symbolism that he has used in the deck. Next up is the not nearly so heavy Tarot de Maria Celia, which comes in a nice tin. It's little sized cards. There's the back. So very, very pretty colors. I think it'll be fun using this to develop a better familiarity with numerology, and it's nice to have a variety in size as well as color and style. So, oops. I don't do reversals, so I try to keep the cards right side up. So that's that. And then, actually in the same order, I got the CBD Tarot de Marseille by Yoav Ben-Dov, which undoubtedly many of you have seen. In fact, I can't imagine that anybody bothering to watch my channel hasn't seen them. So it's his version of the Nicholas Conver Marseille from 1760. So I thought that was when I bought them, when I ordered them, and I got them from Amazon, I think. I just thought that the modern interpretation of Maria Celia and then somebody who pretty closely followed original things would be a nice pairing. And then I got something in the mail that took forever to come from Scandinavia because of coronavirus, and there were embargoes on mail delivery. And it's a deck that I've lusted after, and I finally found it through a Facebook group a lovely private exchange, and it's La Corte, La Corte dei Tarocchi from Il Meneghello, modern Italian company. And let me get extra little pieces of paper in there. Deck number 248 out of 2000. Somebody who was reducing their deck stash, and very thick. I'm not sure how or if I would shuffle it. The cards are not really very flexible, but you know, so it's not a Marseille deck. It's an Italian deck, but the you know, there are some like La Papessa, so it follows that earlier version, the Empress, you know, La Forza. Yeah, La Forza. But, you know, here's the Nine of Swords. It is not pictorial, but it is not the arrangement that has become, you know, standardized for the Marseille decks. Coins or discs. Here's its lover's card. Anyway, it is, in fact, every bit the delight that I anticipated. You know, the fact that it's a different shape, it's a different size, that the texture of the cards is so different, is really wonderful. So then the decks that I got today, kind of on a whim, I got them. I actually ordered them directly from US Games. There's the Old English Tarot, which I haven't done anything with except make sure the cards are there. I'm thinking that I might trim these. I'm not an enormous trimming fan, but I have trimmed some decks and it can make quite a difference. There's a lovely back that would not be harmed. The corners, you know, if it was taking off whatever and rounded, I think even if it, you know, doesn't match up exactly with the fronts, that would be okay. But taking off that black border, I'm going to have to see if anybody else has done it, because I don't know how this rule, you know, how that would look when that's just a rule across the bottom. And if I took off the black border on the bottom, be cutting it very close on the trashy font. Yes, I'm a font snob, because in my work life I lay out a rather staid magazine, and so these oldie whatever fonts are a bit much. And then because of a walkthrough, I think by Boho Tarot, the same time that I got the Old English, I bought the Touchstone Tarot by Cat Black. I really wasn't familiar with it until I saw her walk through. It's got gilded edges. It's enormous. I mean, oh, where's it going? I mean, I'm 6'2", and that's how big the cards are. But it is Western European art. Medieval and Renaissance, and it's the fact that I recognized so many of them as she was doing the flip through that I thought I would that I would like it. I have some other decks that use classical art, and it's a little too dark for that card. And so I'm adding this in that spirit. And again, the cards themselves are, seem fine. They're very slick. There's a little bit of the center art is raised. I can feel it, and of course, Dawn at Boho Tarot was considering whether she would trim it, because she trims almost everything. But I don't know that taking off all or some of the borders would actually make the cards that much easier to deal with. So, but anyway, it's not a pip deck, but the images on the card, I'm not sure, have that much to do with the card meaning, or maybe as I look at them more closely, I will see that they do, in fact. So even, it could be abstract art, it could be anything, but even though it's not actual pips, it seems like it's another deck that will throw me back on numerology or associating the card in the abstract, Three of Hearts, with how I interpret the Three of Hearts in cards that are more that depict, that stabbed heart, or however an artist has reinterpreted that visually. So anyway, that's it for my Marseille and Pippish decks of recent acquisition. Again, I'm Kenneth, and this is Common Hawthorne. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. You will be welcome back the next time I make a video.